Rough sex. This might sound like something many women aren't really into, but many women do dream about rough sex with a guy or fantasize about a man walking in, carrying her onto a haystack, and getting all downright aggressive in a consensual way, of course, Women like dreaming about a man who rips her Chanel overcoat, her Gucci tee, and her Savage X Fenty lingerie and ravages her. But for all the men out there, don't ever try doing this. Role reversal. Women wonder what it would be like to be in a man's shoes, or more precisely put, they wonder what it would be like to be in a man's boxes. They dream about stories where they could wear his long trench coat and a cap with nothing inside and take the man in the front or back. The man's obviously playing the girl here in this female fantasy, and he may not really like this much unless he's willing to walk around with a sore ass the next morning. Being a stripper. For some women, give her a few shots of Grey Goose and she be all over the table. She be flinging clothes off one after the other. But most women don't do that. Even after they down an entire bottle, they're just way too inhibitive. THRESOMES. Most women have dreamed of having a threesome. It might be with a woman and a man, or two other men. Either way, most women will admit to it if you push them on it, and it's right up there with the top female fantasies. The reality of having a threesome is far more complicated than you might imagine at first glance, and when it comes down to it, the hassle often isn't worth it. Group sex. This is one of the bigger fantasies for women and men, and it's often about more than a threesome, maybe a foursome, maybe even more. Surprisingly, women like to dream about being involved in a group sex situation too. It's usually a combination of men and women, but some may just want one or the other. A night of hot lesbian sex. Not all women accept this controversial fantasy for women, but many women secretly fantasize about having a physical affair with someone like Angelina Jolie or some other hot bombshell who always talks like she loves to have sex with women. And just in case you haven't thought about making love to Angelina, Curly, she stated that she finds a woman's body to be the most attractive thing in the whole world, all men second that asterisk, and she loves to make out with women. Even if women haven't given girls sex a thought, they might just change their minds. A submissive mate. Women do like getting kinky once in a while. Men are usually the ones who are on top, but at times a woman fantasizes about a man doing more than just showing off his balancing act on top of her. Some women say they would listen to their partner, while some girls said they would do the opposite of what their master orders and wait to be punished. Freaky little mixes. A stranger in the bedroom. The thought of meeting a stranger for one night of great sex, where she can do anything and everything she wants, is just what can turn her on like a light bulb. Many women want to talk about a lot of things in bed, but worrying too much about what their men might think of their female fantasy. A meeting with a stranger, at least in her head, takes away a lot of those inhibitions. Sex in public. Sex in a car, on the beach, up against a tree, you name it. Of course, she doesn't want to get caught, but the risk that she might is pretty sexy. Enter text. Risky sex is a pretty common fantasy for both men and women, and although we certainly don't advocate it because it's illegal in most places, there are some less risky ways to try it. For instance, you could have sex behind a blacked-out window. You can see people, but they can't see you. Anal sex. Okay, you're probably cringing at this one and wondering why it would appear on a list of female fantasies. But wait a minute. While many women don't want to go through with it in real life, some do, of course, many are curious about it. That's why it makes the list of female fantasies.